Salutations, welcome back. I know it's been a minute, but I've been back in school and I've been slowly fading because of my school schedule. But we're back with another video. I'm going to try to batch film just a couple of little collection videos. But let me just show you underneath this little pile of paper some palettes that have come into my collection. So let's get into it. First up, we have the Sigma Little Mermaid palette. Okay. It's cute. Little Mermaid is one of my favorite films. The older I get, the worse I find out how terrible. The more I find out how horrible Les Disney is. But I still wanted the palette. So let's take a gander inside. As you can see, I kept the insert because it's really cute. And this is the first time they've done multi-chromes. They're kind of light. They're not like the multi-chromes I'm used to from Inslee Rain, Bella Beauté Bar, Unearthly, even Blend Bunny, or Wicked Widow Beauty, or Fantasy Cosmetica. Like, it's not like the multi-chromes inside palettes like that. But it's, you know what? It's good for their first foray into it. And honestly, it's a pretty colorful palette. I mean, you do have, your two neutrals, in Sea King and Loverboy. And then you have, like, Sing, which is a nice kind of a neutrally shimmer. But the rest is pretty colorful. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. I haven't played with it. I've swatched it. It's gorgeous. Hi. But other than that, it's really pretty. And yeah, I'm adding it to my little Sigma collection. I just got this. This is the Cosmic Beauty Undergrowth palette. Now this sapsucker said it was delivered, and it wasn't. And I was looking all over, I can't say Christendom, but I was looking all over the Midwest for this daggone thing, and it finally got here this past weekend, so I'm super excited. And here is the inside of the Undergrowth palette. It's beautiful. It does look like the cousin or the baby sister to the neutrals palette. Like, I think, did I ever show that? You know what? I can show that. Here, we'll do a side by side real fast. Honestly, they're great companion palettes. There's some, I think, undertones that are similar. Just a smidgen. It's kind of gorgeous, though. These could be used together and make really gorgeous looks. But yeah. So, added Undergrowth is new. Like, I've had neutrals for a hot minute, though. I only got to use it once when I just smudged something on my eye and called it a day. I literally just took my finger and I was like, yeah, we're lazy today. We're just like, yeah. Just like, shoot. Just rubbed it on the lid. I was like, yeah, we're not even blending. We're just going to pat, kind of just a little bit on the lid just to look somewhat quasi-presentable. Like, I look presentable anyway in sweatpants, but presentable with, like, makeup. Just, like, super quick. Up next is Bella Beauté Bar and Poison Garden. Poison. Now, I actually traded out 2 shades because I bought 2 single shadows. And I traded them and I switched them out. I'll show you the shadows. I have them in empty magnetic palette. I'm going to give them to a friend who likes these grungy colors, but I did not like them, but I switched out the shades. So I'll show you. Here are the two shades I swapped out that were in the Bella Beauté bar palette in the Poison Garden. I swapped those out. And here is the version. And they were, one shade was here and the other shade was right there. So I swapped out those two dark gray shades, snake root and poison hemlock. I swapped out those two with singles. I think one is Love Bite and the other one is not Grimoire, I think, but Magic Book or something like that. But they were part of two different collections. One I think was part of this collection and the other one was part of another collection. But yeah, they're multi-chromes, as you can see. But the rest of the palette is absolutely stunning. I know it makes it just weird. Normally like cool, but I just wanted to add those pops of like warm multi-chromes in there. I feel like there is a really, it's like really fun to mix cool and warm. And also in the light with like flash or like turning on a light, there is like holographic glitter. Not glitter, but sprinkles. Sprinkles? I guess holographic glitter or sparkles in the shadows that just really pop. And I was like looking at it with a flashlight and I was like, whoa, those are really gorgeous. So I can't wait to play with this. The Undergrowth, and I ordered 3 palettes all on the same day and they all kind of came in around the same time. So September 13th had a lot of good launches. And then prior to that, like some pre-orders had some great launches too. So I'm going to get into the last 4 palettes and we'll get into those real quick. Next up is Unearthly, and this is the Dreamer palette. The extra eyeball is kind of creepy. The 2 extra little eyeballs. But she's like an alien dreamer, which is kind of cute. So I guess you say third eye. Do. But the art is really cool though. Normally I'm just like, this isn't my kind of color story, but I'm a sucker for purples and pinks together. And I do like a grungy kind of a cool pink, purpley grunge color story like this, where it doesn't look dusty because there's like really good depth and bulk. There's like really good depth and bulk to and pigment to the colors and the palette, which is really great. I actually talked myself out of this. I was like, I don't want this. I don't need this. Then I ordered it. I was like, I kept looking at it going, but I kind of want it. And then I got it. Next up is the High Temp palette. I love this one. Again, it's like the 3-eye thing. It's actually weird. Septum piercing. I have one. And the earrings. I have multiple piercings in my ear too. I think it's cute. It's very, very, very cute. It's fiery. Now, I did replace one shade. I replaced that bright gold yellow. I do not like yellowy gold. I like yellowy gold jewelry. But the shade, I swatched, I just didn't like that shade. So I popped it out. I put it in a empty, like an extra palette, and I was kind of building to give to a friend. So they kind of like those colors. But everything else I left. There's a multi-chrome and a duochrome, and then just a regular metallic in here. But everything else, the mattes are really gorgeous. So I left them, and I'm really excited because this is a kind of a warm color story that I like to play with as well. I do love a good warm eye. I do love a good orangey red sunset eye. That's always fun. Up next is the Spring Magic palette. Like, can't tell me. Cover's kind of creepy, but I like the creep. So I creep, yeah, just he doesn't know what I do. The 90s, good times. But Spring Magic. Now I did again alter a few shades. I did swap out a few. So I did swap out a few shades. I just a few shades were just not for me in there. I was like, ooh, these look too ashy. And I know it's kind of pastel-y grunge a little bit. I was like, yeah, but I put a little bit more like oomph. It's like put the umlaut on like oomph. So, yeah. Other than that, I only replaced like three or four shades. I only swapped out 3 or 4. So the rest of it I loved. So I kept it as is, but I swapped out 4 or 5. I think 5 shades. Yeah, I definitely swapped out 5 shades. So that's not terrible. So Spring Magique. Last but not least, Gargoyle. I'm so happy I have this. I love the TV show. I wish they would release the whole freaking series of Gargoyles. But I at least have a palette, again, buying my childhood one piece back at a time. Oh, warning, I did alter again. I like to swap out my shades. Look, some people take offense to that, be like, it's a pre-made palette, you should keep it the way it is. I'm just going, yeah, but who needs an ashy starter palette if I can get some of the shades out because they don't work for my skin tone and my undertone. So, it's easy just to, swap out a few shades. So, and they're magnetic, so they give you the ability to pop them out. Okay, so here it is. It's just a smidgen different, okay? I do love a good... So yeah, I did change the inside. But it is what it is, okay? I love it. And that's all that matters. Wait, I actually have 2 more palettes. I just realized. That was not last but not least with Unearthly. Okay, scratch that. That was last but not least for the Unearthly palettes, but let's get into the last 2. The Longing palette from Blend Bonnie. I love the cover. Like, I love how it feels. It feels so lovely. I love pretty much every palette they put out. The only palette I have all Blend Bonnie palettes except the Forget Me Not, the kind of eye, face, cheek palette kind of a thing, with contour. And I decluttered my dollhouse. That is it. So I don't have the Forget Me Not, and I decluttered my dollhouse because I knew it could go to a better home. My friend that is a neutral lover and loves those kind of tones rocks the heck out of it. So I knew I'd made the right decision to give it to her. And here's the inside of the Longing palette of Blend Bonnie. I love this. Like the greens, the olive greens. The purple. Like this is perfection. Every time it rains. Like, it's so beautiful. My man speaks to me. My man writes love letters. So, it's so super cute. I love this. This is gorgeous. And then this is finally last but not least, the collab with Donnie Darkowitz, Little Miss She Never Misses. Okay, again, some of these undertones are gorgeous. Are some of the colors a little bit repetitive? In my Blend Bonnie collection, a little, but the undertones are a little bit more saturated, a little different. I think since the creator is a black woman, a woman of color. So I love that. But these two shades are multi-chromes actually. Goblet of Fire and Cowboy Country. And they're really beautiful, but on the eye, or when I swatch them, they look exactly the same. Like, you can't tell the difference. I probably would have tried to, like, get two different ones, but hey, this was their dream. I'm not, like, passing judgment on it. I honestly still think it's gorgeous. Like, look at that nice fiery row. The purple row. Blue, purple, like blurple, and then the green. Like, I think it's beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous. So that is all for now. Peace easy. Thank you so much. With everything, it would behoove you to make smart choices. Alright, world is real wonky, real crazy out there, so everybody be safe, be well, take care of yourself, take care of one another's. Alright, wash your hands, wash your ass, wash your clothes, just keep yourself clean, keep yourself neat, keep yourself tidy, keep yourself safe, most importantly, okay? And please remember, you are loved. If nobody tells you that, I'm proud of you, and you are loved and cared for. Because sometimes we don't hear that enough. We really don't. Okay? Sometimes we just don't. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try not to wait as long as I do. Again, try. But school is so intense. This is, I'm in my senior year, so this is my last semester. People, don't go back to college in your 30s. It's tiring. I hate it. But there are people in nursing school in their 60s, okay? They're getting it, and I'm so proud. I love seeing it. They're in their 50s and 60s. I'm just like, y'all putting me to shame because I'm tired, and you've raised children, you got grandkids, and I'm just up here single, not even a puppy or a cat or a goldfish, nothing. Tired, can't even keep a plant alive, just tired. I'm like, dang, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I was like, what am I doing? But anywho's, thank you so much for sharing some of your time with me. If you'd like to, please just like, subscribe. You can follow me on the IG thing. I'm boring. I don't really post any makeup because I don't do a full face like I used to. Because at school, I'm so busy between case studies, preparing for an externship. A lot of stuff is happening. So there's just so many things. So many wheels are turning. Big wheel keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning. Like, I'm tired. But yeah. Alright, everybody, please take care of yourself. Let somebody know that you love them, okay? You never know when's the last time you'll speak to them. Especially if it's somebody close to you. Even if it's your found family. Family doesn't always equal blood, okay? Please take care of yourselves. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!